Hello, Purple Heart Consciousness holders. This is Reverend Jerry, and I am sneaking a prayer in today. And when I say I'm sneaking a prayer in, today is Wonderful Wednesday, and my goodness, so much is happening today. Today is a day where we get to exercise the power of spiritual practice. And boy, can we use that spiritual practice and that anchoring, because so much is happening in the world today. I love the song that was written by Ricky Byers Beckwith, and it is Someone Needs a Prayer Today. And we get an opportunity to really step into that space of prayer. You know, spiritual practice is so important, and these are times when we really get to exercise that. When we see stuff in our face, I was just sharing with someone earlier a thought, and that was a thought that we sent out, and it was about the power of spiritual practice. And I'm going to pull that up quickly, and then I'm going to share the wisdom of our leadership. Catherine Redmond is our platform expert and a leader in that area, and she has a special quote today. But I want to start off with Douglas Coupland. He says, if you don't have a spiritual practice in place when times are good, you can't expect to suddenly develop one during a moment of crisis. That's the reason we make it a point to engage with you on a regular basis with spiritual practice. And this is what Catherine Redmond has to say. She says, moral leadership comes from following universal principles like honesty, integrity, and treating people with respect. That is what we teach, and we teach through the principles of spiritual practice. Ernest Holmes says there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it. And he dedicated his life to teaching people about this power, about how it is a universal power, how there are laws, and if you use these laws correctly, you can grow, you can expand, and you can create more and more good. He's not the only person that has affirmed that. Many others have affirmed it. Jesus in his day taught the same thing. Rumi was a wonderful teacher and taught the same thing. Buddha taught the same thing. It is a universal principle that we can use. So I'm going to move us directly into prayer this evening. I know that we have a couple of other things that will be happening this evening, but I want you to go to sleep in a sweet place tonight. So we're just going to move into prayer together, and I'm just going to invite you to just simply breathe with me right now. And as you begin to breathe right now, I want you to just slow yourself down and allow yourself to receive. So a simple breathing exercise of just breathing in through your nose on the count of 5 and exhaling through your mouth on the count of 5 can help you to just slip into the gap. Just breathe. And as you're breathing right now, I'm taking this time just to remember the truth. Spiritual mind treatment is an affirmative prayer, and prayer is sacred communion with that universal source, moving into alliance and alignment in a place of coherence and harmony, and just simply remembering that truth which always has been and always will be. And so what I'm knowing this evening is that there is only one power, one presence, one universal substance. And that power, that universal substance, is a substance that is everywhere in everything. And so I'm joining this evening in that divine awareness of knowing what science proves right now. And I'm also joining into the heart with those indigenous cultures that intuitively knew the truth and beheld the truth. And so in this space of harmony, in this space of nature, in this space of harmony, in the space of unconditional love, I simply remember the truth of my being. And that truth is that I am one with this divine source, this element of life that always has been, that always will be, this presence which is the spirit and the light of perfection. And as I'm speaking my word this evening and knowing this truth about myself, I know the same truth about every single person that is joining in this prayer right now. What I know is that we are all one with the source, that we are instruments of the divine, and that the presence abides within us, that at the center of our being and at the core of our being is the spirit, the seed, and the light of perfection. And so I speak my word right now about this seed, this light of perfection, knowing that it overcomes any sense of limitation, any sense of falsehood. And what I know is that this divine presence is perfect love. And I'm knowing that that perfect love has moved right now into all the places of our being, all the places of our thoughts, all the places in every area, in every way. And I know that it has created a space for healing, where the essence of truth reveals itself, where the presence of love fulfills itself. I know that it is that divine light bringing harmony, bringing joy, bringing peace, and allowing love to fulfill itself. It is abundant and it is overflowing. And so what I'm knowing is right here, right now, for every single person that is hearing this prayer, that something is unfolding practically within each and every person's life. I know that there is the presence of wholeness, there is peace, and there is that presence of perfect health fulfilled within the body temple, mentally and emotionally for each and every single person. I'm acknowledging right now that divine presence that brings peace, a peace that passeth all understanding. It is that divine sacred communicator, unifying, bringing people together and healing. I know that this same presence that I speak of right now is a presence that fulfills itself creatively, that it is that divine presence that unifies people and it supports growth and evolution, that it brings forth solutions that heal, that resolve any sense of limitation. I know that right here and right now, that something divine is alive. It has enlivened itself within life and through life right now. And that every single person that is hearing this prayer is blessed beyond that which they cannot even imagine. I know that it fulfills itself abundantly within each and every person's life, that there is more than enough, and that enough is the richness of spirit fulfilling itself. I know that this wonderful presence is that divine essence that supports and creates the spirit of divine cooperation. And I know that in that cooperation that we lift ourselves up and we create and shape a world that works for everyone. I know right now that this divine presence abides within me, through me, and as me, and I'm most grateful for this wonderful blessing. And in this space of gratitude right now, I simply release these words into the action of universal law knowing it as perfect and knowing it as good. And together we all affirm and say, and so it is. Amen. And we say, and show it so it shall be, and ashe, meaning, may these words have power. I want you to open your eyes, and I only have a few seconds, but I just want to thank you for being a part of this prayer this evening. I want you to take this prayer and share it with someone. Show them how to download this prayer app so that they can use this prayer app when it seems like times are tough. This is how we continue to build and create resilience within our life. And if you are liking what we're doing, I'm going to invite you to go to the prayer app, and there is a part which says Joyful Giving. I want you to click that on and send a donation, your tax-deductible donation, to this ministry. We can use it. It will support us in maintaining this app, and it will support us in bringing more programs like this to you. Thank you. Have a blessed evening, and I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.